Ebusuafo dodo na amati news no say the former first lady of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rawlings, has kicked the bucket. Saan kwesi broni ebekan waka nchini egu. Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rawlings waka nchini egu. Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rawlings, a former first lady, wife of the late president or former president of the Republic of Ghana, in the person of President Jeremiah John Rawlings. Na mame aka nchine egu unya infie edioson ensia 76 years, and she was still looking good at 76. Until we are told so mo erashe no edenoko eye Rage Hospital echire, and we are told say oka nchine egu ye na ebusuafo kakra ye betumi aka ede akiro efa Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rawlings ho. Yes, said you know, former first lady of the Republic of Ghana, PNDC, onini kunono, very active. Sa time no mo amunim no na oye very active. Obusomu ebua ni kunu pa no oye very active. Ni kunu namha na just odon so edam hanom 31st December Women's Movement. Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rawlings ena na esine na so ode sharia itedo back then, but Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rawlings kofa by odo na 31st December Women's Movement esi ne na so enti sa time ana ode o mampani Dada Rawlings na eye PNDC no echire no sadia ono abo say chebe sabusu ede betuja the PNDC transmogrified to become the NDC. Emma, the late former president of the Republic of Ghana, President Jeremiah John Rawlings, enrolled in Soja third year Eddie Eguho into the democratic rule. Ubebu Omaino. Na enu makes Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rawlings the former or the first lady of the Fourth Republic. Sani akoye inuntidono ebe the first lady of the Fourth Republic. Ewo omaimuha. Not just a Fourth Republic nankasado. Esha se ono ena udi kain ana oye first lady. Ewum. Edidimwa ena ote eyo nuane party. After say obeye first lady. No kandi kuhu ebra NDC baye no. Na okote onuane party NDP. Into ote the party NDP no. And also, akoye nsemupi. I think right after a year 2008 elections into the 2012 elections, no, and ote onuane party. Ye friend NDP. Na ote NDP no. Dodwana na when ye fino de uhuni e course ewo obaimu ha. Ote NDP de kakra. Eba ode NDC party at a point in time, in fact, or the Tuja, and categorically, somewhere in May 2012, Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rawlings, somewhere in May 2012, afe osande betuja say NDC for engineer ye no man sheya. NDC for logo, chini yellow, colors red, black, white and green colors no. Omo ansheye. Na sa time na babies with sharp teeth. Kasa rough edichire ni kuno. Enti insema odi betu jane se so omo ansheye a ene obegye party. Obegye ne party pa mo will say yes. I logo no ono ena ode ebaye. Enti sa time no Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rawlings, and specifically it was May 2012. Can say NDC for one show your the logo with the eagle na na bochini yena pampem no omo anhweye na omo anfo buo amani kunu na omo amma party no ba konye ambem na sani omo eyo omo niema na anfo buo amano no sa na omo ye omo niema dia ene ono eno ko register eye NDC for umbrella logo no. Red, black, white, whatever. Or don't call register a copyright office. Enti abako semuno mumu bisa mobe kaya and also be ye same P ewa at the point in time we raise this issue. There was a year Professor Kwame Addo be answered by say hey nana kunedun kanokre na logo no or no Professor Kwame Addo no and or ye originator of a yes logo no sa time na munso no one Ebo Okran there was Ebo Okran na or a part-time lecturer e wo Legon sa time no Ebo Okran no say lecturer e wo Gimpa and also e be claim ownership of a year NDC for logo no na enumwa ena a year former administrator for a year copyright office no openi refini de impo ye ode nana bosompra yeah I think I got the name right nana bosompra enso eba abonte say ade no de ni ode ebebom ene say nana kunadu agyeman rollins ene be register a year NDC for logo no odo no ba office one more office okra osuma obi eba office ebe register NDC logo no na obaya obe register NDC logo no obaya as an individual one fa party ni din nipa na fa party ni din ene buy na she came or the person came in the name of a year Nana Kunedu Ajima Rollins enti nana bosompra so de na odibebo mu no eba be ye ensemu pii and also eba be ye ensemu pii na me kai be ye tentententi logo de no ehun se be ye hu ha amen no so ekokodai se nana kunadu gini logo or gini logo okujeto abla kwadum be didi na tem baby so sharp titi edidi na tem fine enti from there no NDP party no akọ contest ni bia but without a year Nana Kunedu Agyeman Rollins yami endibunye at 76 ye mubi bia dodo na mbeka se mante ne yade at 76 dodo na mante ne yade but we understand say na ne hu edodo no kakra brahye bedwafie omo anhyeda ant nase Speaker of Parliament Ora Alban Sumaila Kingsford Bagman ono ni oman mu ha wetukwan wetia de na echi na ene First Deputy Speaker of Parliament and Oba ifi hodum briefly na usha na ye Nana Kunedu Agyeman Rollins ni wu ya omo ede hu enom de epeja omumu enti ene se wutie me wo hweme na chese the former First Lady currently she is no more ya to adwumade no so a ene lawyer Evans Oseibunsu ewofia 63 MPs declare full support for a year Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, the 2024 flag bearer of the new Patriotic Party. Also shese obetumia to franka ede ama NPP into the 2028 elections. Na ene nipo di mu a year press conference Honorable Amprachum, former Foreign Affairs Minister ono ena odiadi mu na omo press conference. After that no MPs 63 out of 87 no dodo na nso ebubo omudin say yes omo declare support for Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, and not only so omo declare support but then omo join in the campaign na omo ende no aye campaign ye emu odene pa ye ekoso ebie eno no 63 MPs declaring support for Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, and also omo aye omo adwen se omo ende no ebeye campaign omo de omo ejimiti omo ebobo omo de ne nsamtwerofo etwetwe nkomo ewo hodom but mokai the almighty LGBTQ. Last year by this time, Dajai. Imwanya she. Na ye babe twaba. Ya kofagalam saying sembe boom. Near the LGBT diababe boom. And another say, sad time last year. Na parliamentarians no a stage walkout. E bisi he. Yan yakoya okotena so NDC fui. We MPP ni na okotena majority ya be boom. Sa parliamentarians thing in no more. Not just almost stage workout. Na eye afenyo market utumuse wa ye press conference na ni abre court in and out of court na just na ni abre se mo betnas de ye government business ye ba be nurses ye be teachers ye pesika ye betumi abomodi as ni de adua tuob kom se da ye ma ama President Mahama ebra o declare so adan so kwa akoyi na kire ene galamsey minister lands and natural resources minister ya friend say o okwa akoyi na kire no okoyi na kire no aka say parliament no omo ese ye mra na ye bojo yan anase ye hwe na afedi ye hwe time e be kwa o amakofi bu abedas lawyer ya kuma to ye ma ene e be ko. And last year there was so much drama. Near Mubi Ghana for Munshen Yo, Ghana for Munya very careful. Nankofu, Yoma Babetsnako Yano Supe. Nyomo Kanyana no for votes. Yakaya Ghana for Wenti ye Asumjemu Yakwako Tuaba Edia we. Na a name LGBT and Sabno. Wushema out to Musemwa Tiding. And none can NDC for our majority in parliament. And Obia Kananwatu. Okobo LGBTQ so krada. Na chese omo baby ejane ediafa. Na chese ene in America we have a little bit of a challenge. Can be video snippy. Na me dia kai. In semu bi omo ekai. Na no dio. And then where is a yes Sam George? Sam George away. Me hu video bia. Just always a minority no pomo no no de just say the back case cry or call just say the back case cry. Utubu said nya hokrana oshe. And so he was so loud about LGBTQ and then buddy he's chopping and I was trying to watch cry born inside. Everybody and couple watch no show watch the and that be related to a year Andrew Dominica Yide say obi ba year 2017 no ni sa properties yi na nene wa acquire properties no it be so be akotwa Sam George watch ediaba na watch ni Portuguese IWC Portuguese calendar why watch enti nipa the kind no asobi a year research and so there obo amount no na be ngin this watch no de bo kra do be do say ena mpeniam pa be so be ko hwe eye watch no bo titisika 5 billion o titisika 5 billion watch ebo den sankwa na nesa o say ai na yire na tadia ne mano no na yire na tadia ne mano titisika 5 billion watch the ebo no kona ko hwe amount no ube wo say yes IWC IWC Portuguese calendar watch o de ko na connect kokohwe nipa no kan me ka so boa kokohwe titisika 5 billion bodinsa say boyi a chese ene obi ade yire ehwe no na akwakoye ensemu pi but me balo ya nchen na ye rewra legal matters when radio a course no but just before I delve into all that me kwa homanu so briefly na ye kodi nkomo me ne honorable Michael Kwesi Edu ono eye MP for Ufuri Krom constituency oka 63 MPs declare support for Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia. Yane no ntwetwe nkomo na fe me crossover to a lawyer Evans Oseibones enchen. Na mpacho wapo mu tisɛn.
Nyame adom me hoya pa.
Now can 63 MPs declare support for Bawumia no.
Okay, MPs 63 a declaration by Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Na meka ho bi.
Okay.
Okay. Ubo say let's be about one thing.
Yes.
MPs ni din also. Enti ubo say na me din wom. Obi ani din wom bia ono ana din din ehye obi na say na say obi na peso di na obi na man bibi ansa na ni din koso.
Okay, hold on. Ehodi me de pa honorable
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia di ana obi ade nensa say saka na troni din enti obi amforce obi a
okay nti woman na ye better say oh na me nka ho almost ye be press conference they ye say me hu ya say be I no we no kele sa de nti we obi a na de nensa
kele na kra we no ye catch obi a say wa wugidi say ope Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wugidi say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na 31st January yen to abama ne ya de ne kwa 2028 be tia di nkunim no abeka ho bi a obeye campaign so ama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia bra beka ho bi ana omo ankasa de omo nsa sha ase enti obi antumi ma meka se obi na efre obi na ye na say le debi we dey individually obi ade ne nsa sha ase.
But Honorable, Obi Bisa said, what was the need for a press conference also an area? Because last time you was Honorable and Prechum Bisa, you couldn't MPs be a no mujilage and a chair, no declare support for a Dr. Bawumia. What's different from a press conference here in Musaye?
Sabrina first press conference ne basono. Na we say afina na a campaign nation say ebi we omo options ni ade na ebi ohoka na adwene NCP papa enti sabre no na numbers ni grow in parliament ana enkomo course conversations course fa candidates ni nyina ho but ene de ye betimi aka say nipa dodo na asi omadwepi nipa dodo na asi omadwepi ye wo enkofo bi ho a ye nuanom MPs bi a omo no obi ho a na bibinti opese orimeni neutral na say ompese obeyi nanim ewo candidate bia eho omo no ho omo no remeni neutral nti be hwa obo say leadership no minority leader ne ranking ne omo maka ni nyina no you won say the deputy no bon say omo no omo din enka ho bi enti from bi wo mu a omo di nka ho ana ebi no ma also kwa omo contest ni bi enti omo nso di nka ho but we ni omo si omo adwin pi say omo de rain or shine omo beye adwuma de abo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no ma hwe ama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eye na ni so ade hu na tumi abamu no ye na ye de yensa hye sa aka ta na se ana ade ba akwa ma ye de yensa hye ka ta na se say o ana ensem ne nam for kansem ana MP rekra on support Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia o wa ha ana MP we yesi na yo ya no kanya no kre ana o se campaign e course no as far as the consensus so mo ba na say we MP na o ba obi beto nsa for say o MP me ba consensus en tie bi abra betre mu bi na betie bi ba ba na nkomo ene na mechi no na ya say bi edu okwempa na oma ye video no omo de kan sem omo communicators ni bi de kan sem enya no credit fa MP no ho enti MP si ye nyina tra se na se baby yenya ya de ka tara be twabonte na obi ehu yenya ye ta Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ana obi nso be ka so nipa be kwa kwata aba no 200,000 enti MP 63 e de almost ahode ta Bawumia a enye bibia ade ba kwa nkoforo efi ne say your position a lot of the concerns are dependent on the MP and MP no you say one send you shikra no person in same and MP no they are or influence on the constituency ana they are parliament no one so onyanimdie ne enema bi wo ha otumi ti ase hu baabi a wo say drive leadership akọ ene ye nyina ye hwe baabi a amamu ne ekọ baabi a wi ase ekọ the generation na ye remu no expectations of the youth the digital drive wi ase na okọ o man bi to America sa industrial revolution na almost see factories bebre no America enya factories no mo show digital revolution enti all the digital companies now saying Donald Trump meeting bi meeting no na all the digital companies like Facebook no Apple and Microsoft no omunyina kasa meeting no and Trump will be so much the next 1 year the next 4 years the Chieftaincy no be invest in America we all say 400 billion we all say 600 billion ana omokika ni nyina and to say the digital drive no and holding most of the economies now and then some of the economies they can invest in AI artificial intelligence and no ana Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia you who say na dream power de ba ene wo hwe zip line drones apapa de ba ye senia airboa enema akese a mo de ba ya airboa wonim se Ghana ha say first na ko hospital na akọje foul enti se wo yare won kan na be pie Kumasi a ji se wo de foul eba Kumasi ana nanado ene Dr. Bawumia penso mo digitalize ye healthcare system no ema healthcare no wo yare na wo baabi na akopie baabi no ase ebo wo number wo na side pe na ye hu details nyina ena yi wiki emu doctors ni bi wo confirm no charge as you say system ne kra no ye ni NDC for by break it down ama doctors ho kire omo yare omo ko hospitals ho kire omo all because omo hwa susisi an omo hu ade ne so hwe enti se wo mampanyi a ono na adwe no dwen kwa anim into the future eboa ema omani to me ediye wo hwe inuma Ghana card ye de Ghana card baaye inuma Ghana card nkwa ma ye over 900,000 jobs enti ye gidi se ye wo leader bi obre ne ho ase wo hwe MPP yesu ni enya leader obre ne ho ase a wo nim dia obetumi di aboa oman na ye nyina ye ta na ti a ebeboa nti we nyina ka ho ana ama eye majority of the MPP minority MPs and more parliament ye nyina ye dey support Emma Dr. Bawumia.
Last year there was a similar year course so lokwa year no that I say be last year say now the argument was and as currently the argument be put out and they say out of 137 MPs no nipa 102 and a support to about when to be a winning to way no and to be making difference about ebia when your primaries going into primary but me say what year hold another that last year so the argument was meet you honorable
keke omo ka say last year nipa 132 na supporting no
almost 102 out of 137
102 no almost supporting when we need primaries so we need primaries
we need primaries
exactly sana and so majority over 70% support no and not say obey we need primaries enti wa wo tenche na wo meka ho no Dr. Bawumia 31st January obedi nkunim obey we ni omo nyina meka ho na ye mboa no e ma na ni swade hunu ne mrem
na we obi for so because last year they say you for so bi no long hands bi na pie obi we obi pie mwati ko e for so mo say
obi pie obi a last year me na mini parliament parliament na mini ho and last year the Ebeka say wa ba mu nti ebi no mo beka so system ne na epie omo and I say opposition system bi ani baby a obi an pie obi a in fact election na ye konimpo no ye ka say we take campaign e kosan ke Ebeka say Dr. Bawumia oka omo woska no so onka ho bi o omo aye so omo woska pa no businessmen e wo san ko onka ho bi enti obi ntumi nka se bia obi na epiepia obi ana obi ahye obi afunumu ana bibi debi we de ye ne aye de yepe ani ye say ya hye ne senia ni suban tie ya hye senia ni nimdie tie ya hye senia na ho brase tie ya hye senia Ghana fo ba bia ye nama ye consensus ni na ma senia amanfo gini tum amanfo pena asem amanfo boni din ye kodwoma ma mrewafo nkokrafo omu boni din na eye 2024 election no eye nyina na yakwa kolusu ye enti tie nyina yakwa kolusu a ye sesa wo hwe ase na wo hwe ase ne ahwehwe wo ne mayi enti ye nyina yakwa wo ne ma hwegu a na wo hwe ase ne ahwehwe ne wo ne ma ni ye yakwa ne ma hwegu a ye nyina ye hwe ase ne ye be hwehwe ne ye ana sa hwase na ye hwase 2024 no ye nyina ye mfom so na de bai se individually ye nyina ye hwe ne ma ye ya wo hwe police station fo du ba bi na bi kratet so mo sa police station fo so se mu nyina mo kwa na makwa akwaji ye to aba na makwaji nti mo kwa mo nkoto edu ba bi na bi tet so mo sa government appointees so edu ba bi na bi kratet so mo sa o mapani na be die che so enti ye ka se ye tet ye nsa dia ye se what wonsa ehwe obi so eda kokomoti na ehwe oso enti was say any ankasa nso ye self introspection share individually no ye ne ye contribute ye ma ye lose 2024 ye wie na ye individually ye self introspection no na fi ya hwe de ye be ya ye de beboa but say any kasi de ya no e kwa ko gum nipa ba ko so say ono no ma ye lucy ya emboa ye be konso na ba bi ejina na e dey ye gina ana 2028 na abato no ene ebi no mo siense sa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia 2024 polling station for consensus executives coordinators MPs PCs ye nyina na ye ko campaign in Kugo baye enti sa wo siense sa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia anya bia wo de offer wo tena ho ana. These are the questions I was here bisa. These are the questions I was here bisa. Me call rounds. And then me bisa me polling station for me say, why not press the next election? The next polling station about one. You turn the swab and you know. Obi answer that from. And I'm saying to munya polling station no more say DBM almost say I. So I'm saying na mo be say DBM ma den na mo dey mo say ebisa yankwa sesa opinion no. What I say? Election na ye kono. And Osha Ghana send ya near Marco, shed the NDC for ye. Parliament, shed the NDC for ye. Parliament, you may be a crash, a chance and a yeba. Speaker postpone a chain or sadba say ye be. After force, Nayama, Sikaka, and your mind. Ama, institutions will be what say almost. Oh, and to say any other 2 years my year. You're 4 years a day and you bet to me, Yaba. Share, come this never be NDC, most say you. NDC. Nipa 5 fa omo Ashanti omo yi omo ti honorable said Junketia ato forcing Julius Debranum ya te say ya maami Jena na ka le but ye be si NDC nim na be che ye de wo se ye nyina ye ka ye ho bom ne ye de ahode tan nipa ba ko achi senia ebema NDC a strong opposition na ye tumi ayede akọ 2028 no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia de na ya ka fa ne ho ayen say da. Every election biano opponent but they give weaknesses ediaba. Every election obi akwa election or yan SWOT analysis no ashene opponent in strength and weakness opportunities and threats available enti obe they give weaknesses in adiaba Bawumia NDC for ye ni nyina wie ye kwa 2024 munajo mahama ye didum so bone cry and taribium because na ya kama na ya cliche amount from person betiebium Sana the Omaka Bawumia who no the next election. Okay, will be am person obetie bi. And I will say we social media man for boy Akufo-Addo abaso. Am for Ashanti boy Akufo-Addo abaso. Sana e call the next election no. Ubo sana Ghanaians should be clamoring for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And he was saying nyina ye de one big support etime opinion echi. Na wo mu say omo contest no mu nyina SFata. Now so me ya ye wo mu die. Ye ni minority MPs na ye declaration ma Dr. Bawumia no ye gidi say ye nyina ye kai opinion na chi de ne kwa ebeboa ana de efe wo ho ne say MPs no so ye nyina ye free different regions so obi free region bia wo Ghana ha bia obenya MPs na e declare ni bi wom eno na che nkabo ma ye de support opinion no eno na che opinion no or support across the country nti wo se hwe ni nyina na ye bo opinion no na ye nyina ye ta na chi Emma 31st January 2026 no otimi be di MPP anim no oboa ye ma 2028 ye kodi nkunim mate
we dia me ma wakwa do we be me final question currently polls are run at air coso nan say miaminipa Musa Dankwa puts a year Dr. Bawumia on the consistently but say Dr. Bawumia is on top ahead of a year omo contesting na and I'm saying one dear be so bia or no as Kennedy Japan and or those every edikai what do you make of a year polls everybody babonte na say
I think that polls there you can't underestimate polls suppose be ba was say o consider polls na o dey also share baby who to na o dey aye adwuma. But sometimes I was say we share the integrity of the polls. Eba Musa Dankwa, me in the past I have questioned Musa Dankwa approach to polls because over kai say abra ye 2024 election Musa Dankwa polls na say ofurukum ye constituency NDC befa. And I was very sure say NDC to me wini eye ofurukum. But adia me ye ne say e ma me set up. E ma me ye no ye adwuma. Enti ya traba ni wie ya ye vote so three ofurukum number net and it shocked me because ofurukum under normal circumstances ye lose that number ewo furukum even though we won enti maame who say even post nearby no na ne fa baby no kra bi wom but ye set up na ye ho ye campaign na ama de na e wo say ba na anye dey ama enti no matter post ebeba no set up na ye campaign yi but eba Dr. Ivanzia miami nia or menene call Prempe College. I think the doctor no ye me junior Prempe College. Eba doctor eswa doctor me who ni post no but today me who on social media WhatsApp in ko so I say doctor support candidate ba kwa on for platform ni so di nkomo say or the bibi ba betum e wa abonten ama omo dia support candidate no ana me who social media na so information e say yes leakage ne ba ya no omo dissolve sa platform no enti no ema we be question the integrity of polls ne kakra because me ankasa ma ye me polls e wo me constituency ma ye me research on me constituency and in my constituency me ye me research no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia lead and so be be kasa aye polls me dia ma ye na me gina so di kasa na de me ma ye na me gina so a me dey support Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and fine polls a ma ye no ye be hwe ye percent ye be hwe ni aye ye ho ni aye adwuma ba ye de ye hu ne de ye to for adwuma ye no ye di 31st Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia obedi kunim obey victorious obedi MPP anim am ye na 2028
mate papa bedasen so honorable Michael Edu lawyer be ma kwa ba na ho ye de
me ho ye na me ncha watiefo
lawyer who follow Dominic Ayine in the press
follow no pa but before them I many can send me condolences to
okay
family.
Okay,
yes because unim say Nana Kunadu Ajima Rollins so you're known for her charisma and strong advocacy for women's participation and governance song into a level and indelible ink at the Ghana's political and social landscape. Do you Nana Kunadu Ajima Nani Wona Bana Yaw Bebre because I really like that woman. In fact, ni kunusu yenche nanka ja ohwe mei na owu abefane sa no in fact so bi abeko bata na mfi se ka nye ma adwene de nyankopon pe na ba nanka nyame ma na additional be 15 years bi sa ka ho a ka ebe hu se former first lady ni na memra Dr. Ayini eso me follow pa you see keke ade ba ko ha me pa ba ko ne se minim so May 1992 constitution no ya to atwena ya mfanya adwuma because keke baby a mekai watiefo no wahwefo nyina say constitution no ade ba ko pa ihia wo constitution ni mu ne say constitution no ya ade bi a esombo into read article 1-2 or say a supreme law of the land into anything ade bi a obeya na say any law bi a obeye bia which is inconsistent with that 1992 constitution no, to the extent of that inconsistency or repugnancy same shall be declared null and void nti ade bia obeka na obeya ene oman no the 1992 constitution nya pa bia no ye be declare null and void na meba ohwe a lawyer fo a ye wo legal profession ye wo actor a govern yen so Ghana Legal Profession Act and Etiquette ubehun say ye wo rules a govern yen one of the rules rule 61 of the Legal Profession Act akere say we are judge we are lawyer we obi na make prejudicial statement and o prejudge a matter a sense against that particular rule which is rule 61 of the Legal Profession Act. Now also read the article 125 clause 3 of the 1992 Constitution, article 125 clause 3. Article 125 clause 3 na some can say judicial power no, so power no, it has been given to the courts. So court of law, court of competent jurisdiction, ya the judicial power at the amawomo. It means that any pronouncement be obi bema so be a guilty and I say obi a criminal and I say obi a embezzlers and I say omo ye shameless and I be atesa that power has been the court has been or the various courts have been mandated with that power. So judicial power has been given to our various courts by virtue of article 125 clause 3 ana already article 125 now so obesa catch clause 1 obeka say justice emanate from the good people of Ghana and shall be delivered in the name of the republic. Internet say judge bia dey say to me amani bia no or dey say pepepe na ye adwuma or the nipa dinimu na Ghana, the good people of Ghana and the year Juma. If you read article 19.2c of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, 19.2c also says that a person is presumed to be innocent until proven otherwise. And 19.2c say nipa bia ye de boni bia abo bia no wo say nipa no unifo kopem se oman ne mra no court no ankasa bebu awfo. Keke me de toto say time ben ye ka se nipa ewu o enipa ewu se ye bobolo na akola bi tito na otito foma na onkasa entu betima kase wawu ana chese yes monfa no hospital niema medical doctors nkonkwohwe enti medical doctor ne ba na ode na fidie bi aba besi ne nsa ho na ode atua na sum na ode otie na ode akwa akoma ho na wahwe sa akoma na ehome a enti akoba se bibia ahome a medical doctor no pronounce akola ne se wawu enti that person will be pronounced dead. It is a maybe an any panos wongu ya na oko unconscious a medical doctor never catch us wongu. It means that power has been given to medical expert. Omonkwan let me pronounce this obi ewu. Now, if you read article 88 clause 3, article 88 clause 3 actually say ebrebia no attorney general no onene obi a otimi initiate criminal proceedings. Obetimi di obi akogina court say enipa we why boni we anase enipa we wa from oman mbra anase sa ban bi obetimi so initiate civil proceedings etia obi anase obetimi defend aban against any civil proceedings. And it means say obi aye boni bi nso oman ma anase aban bi eho aba asem anase aban no boni bi etia na attorney general no nesan akọ na ono so akọ defend no. And by virtue of article 88 clause 3 no prosecutorial power has been given to Attorney General. Now, make a way na me san beka principle bi nso a ewo bonsu alias Benjilo versus the Republic. 1998-1999 court akansa asem o say asem bia o de beto obi so be kai Benjilo. Na ye first ye na advert Benjilo. Yes. Say any pay ho asem na make no bonsu alias Benjilo versus the Republic 1998-1999. Ebra omudi no kogina kwaduboni ne bono se sa papa Benjilo we enya asem we nkoa na odi fo ho na papa Benjilo waye boni we pen court of appeal ni Supreme Court say hey papa prosecutor asem na wo ka no eye prejudicial asem a ye ni kan ye de aba yanim ne yedi de ye mu anofo e wo court bia na ya atesem a wache anasa fe na wo ye hunhwehwemu a wonyanyan enwie ne yemfa meto court yanim ese wodi for enti wasem na wo ka no e prejudicial statement, and for that matter court to be anywhere or be entertaining. It is a ratio established in that particular case. Who's a lawyer biaka said ratio descendendi. Now you say a principle established court no do na no mo kan ye principle establishing in case ni mo no eno ne law no ratio descendendi. Into ratio court na establish and say sa statement ni so ugina ba bia aka say enipa we wudini we say abraham fa ne court ana unye hwehwemu fa ne megina court mu anofo no sa asem ni nyina no eye prejudicial wa prejudge and the basa court nyintu but sa asem we concerns we ye raise but still Dominic Ayine or Dr. Dominic Ayine nyo ya no ye the last time kwade metese so no so be argument they say even in the United States of America omo etiti case no one sana omo de be court omo de akọ me da say ho na me ba ntina me di kan de various provisions ne decision a war Supreme Court ne bibia di kan no Attorney General play double role dual role ni role ba akọ yes or your principal legal advisor to the government. Another role Attorney General as a prince or your guardian of public justice into a guardian of public justice because or guardian ma pepe public justice adwuma. These two key roles an Attorney General who play. But the point is bibia nga me say Attorney General so be di Ghana ska na wo gya magana so we dey asem de etika Ghana for no nipa bibira omo ba abanda demu ene de etiso aban ye womu ene the then time President Mahama ne first ba kono odi kan ba no ene President Mills wonya ne ba bi ko nyame mfa ne kransie yi saa nipa bi di esika womu na wo gini nyina de ama Ghana aka ya ni gisam obi ani ho no ma obeka sa atene general de wo ye ne nye enno na asem no baabi ya me de baabi anya me de baabi ya me de ne se o kan se Ghana fo munya abotre na ensamkyero fo ma mo hame afi na ne ho mete eti aisa mo hame ese de me pese mo ahwe ya me de nsam no be kokot no ma kwa akodi fo that means that afi na wo kai ne mra no so who say afi na atene general e kai ne mra no na ensamkyero fo no me da o ma se o mo de pressure gunu so the pressure no gunu so sa na ho mete e ba sa de a ono abeka tom se meto me bono ma
ye. Say why careful so ko ka say ya 3 weeks e be do ha na ma for be say 3 weeks
absolutely.
Then
Absolutely. But what I hate about Attorney General, and yet the personality of Attorney General, onim de, or ye me senior, was soon dear quenimu, baby, I would do no minyan ruho. The point is that say me kuta master's craft in akai se mekwa ye PhD minyan ruho. And two, the number of years I would there serve as a lawyer no, a dozen chain me there serve as a lawyer. But I'm ready the engine and you school kusia. Since I'm a law school, you calling me to the bar as a lawyer no. Often what baby na mi hunu mrana as a same country was a wa from brano. Attorney General na dia me country and say or from bra. Baby or from bra sika no jama and de ni je ho nanso baby or from bra na nya sa na di treaty eno ne nsama me bebo asu Attorney General need to me use buffer stock asema obi na no kan ne say the criminal transaction what you can use the word criminal transaction abrawanka allege a lawyer for all can say allegedly allegedly ne say asem no yenya muanu fo nti ayatesem bi say anasa asem say ebia criminal bi akoso enti criminal enterprise bi akoso so allegedly it's been alleged I say nipa bi na eka allegedly ana why the one until proven otherwise because article 19(2)(c) of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana say a person is presumed to be innocent until proven otherwise into obia ni for wamrananim just a court na ebu anofo ansa eti ube use word be say the criminals the stolen item or use word stolen or here buffer zone or use the word stolen criminal enterprise the criminals or say guilty one and some words are all use no and no me problem
because what judge case
no predetermination prejudicial statement and it sins against article 296 of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And the mama provisions be bro. Article 153 clause 3. Article 296. Mema opena.
Ento wa hiyo. Mu yibe constitution why?
Ebikuta ma branch na me ne ba. Onfa constitution.
We hear Bible no
mra. We hear Bible ne mra ne nko. You see article 296 of the Constitution it says that whoever wills power obi adi tumi ama obi ayama power biya no. The Constitution from Akolano, whoever wills power, it should be fair and candid to everyone. And the Obiayamao power biano should be fair and candid to everyone. And the Sani Pabiayamao to me biano, any question you soon capricious.
But to the layman, Embra or make it, you say, when no more investigate an area. That's also why investigate. Investigate today. The findings are where enia
keke medase case ben anaba Attorney General nim anasa ba prosecutor nim anaba police ni anim a on investigate ansa na ode akokot but to me ben Attorney General wo ewo on my number nim say otimi prejudge case no if you look at the lexicon if you look at the body posture, if you look at the body language, if you look at the forum chosen, if you look at the gesture of the Attorney General, which means the body ni bibia what they kasane chere say wadi kan bu ani pa no for answer. The point is the ema make us say so say nipa woman nearly no e chere say wadi for. You see when you do that it influences the very institution now the case in economy. Because Attorney General Timia ka say dia ebia no bi wo ha wo ye judge usura ban eti asem ne beda na nimu hey on so di for what I say utra anye ya it can influence ana wo ye figure bi a oya ade so it can influence what enipa na wo ka odi asem no now you see keke baby a me baby a me be say article na me be article 125 clause 3 and the constitution ni wa ye nsua de article 125 clause 3 I say the judicial power of Ghana shall be vested in the judiciary. Accordingly, neither the president nor parliament nor any organ or agency of the president or parliament shall have or be given final judicial power. Article 125 clause 3 or say the judicial power of Ghana shall be vested in the judiciary. Accordingly, neither the president nor parliament, let's just say judicial power no, yet the ama judiciary inquire court no, neither the president nor parliament, it means master president and parliament nor any organ and anybody be or agency of the president now be obeying president or parliament shall have or be given final judicial power. It will be
you
can court to them. Thank you. Keke minim say oye
someone I will say law logic.
There be say now some no see summarizing maame no. Asem ni nyina no e court to them na e ka. Sa na article 125 clause 3 na e ka. Asem ni nyina court to them na e ka. Yemfa nko ba bia. Keke yanko article 296 of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. Article 296. Yembi ho ni yanhwa de article 296. Ubon say no so aka asem bi 296. Or say where in this constitution or in any other law discretionary power is vested in any person or authority, the discretionary power shall be deemed to imply duty to be fair and candid. Bebia sa constitution we yede ama wo no obi a yede to me bia hye nsa say to me na yede ama ne bia no e wo say or use a or ye fair and candid to everyone or say or ye pepepe. B, the exercise of the discretionary power shall not be arbitrarily. So who use discretionary power na to me na the amount na enye apropos so it should not be what arbitrary, it should not be capricious or bias either by resentment, prejudice or personal dislike. It won't say underlying word na me prejudice e what prejudice case no or personal dislike and shall be in accordance with the due process.
Kind Bible no say assembly de
it was a be preachers economy chon assembly dia hon konkron na ka no eti Ghana hon konkron na me chire mu no
and you say that me say where in this constitution or in any other law discretionary or in any other law discretionary power is vested in any person or authority.
Sa ebra sa constitution ya yewe aye o ma mra yi mu emu bia ba bia obehunu anase emra bia wo ba bia no a yede tumi ahye obi nsa no okwa obon so dan
or say that discretionary power shall be deemed to imply a duty to be fair and candid.
Sa to me na yede amount no e wo sa wo de pepepe ye ene ye obia so ye Ghana ni so ye MPP ni e say wo de pepepe nti do de be NDC ni no eno abi na wo sa wo de ye MPP.
Okay, B, the exercise of the discretionary power shall not be arbitrary, capricious or biased either by resentment, prejudice or personal dislike, and shall be in accordance with due process of law.
Absolutely.
And where me fa see no count.
See no crowd.
Okay.
It is the person what you say. It is hard to mean say the man wo dey ani kwa so dey ya proposal, o dey hunhuna so na o try say wo be bu obi for na say wo dey be prejudice case e di ka say case na bua. Ama na kwa kotia obi. So what you say na say wo be ye no e say e tan bi na wo tan say nipa kro no na wo mo na wo say de wo ye bia no eye embra yi mu de wo mu ana wo follow no
ba lawyer nti endra o kan wa to dan we wa ha chain ho ahwan house no wa koto we wa ha na no lawyer e bia ono so yes a fact of you know or
language ben na was say attorney general no use so it's being allegedly he has acquired allegedly he has bought allegedly he has what taking possession of. So allegedly, ora something ayi ni wonim na menim say bia na onya criminal law but not higher civil cases in tia. Onim say we use word no wa court to cry allegedly. The judge no ebetia wona so judge bi okra akọ nanim na ora fia. Allegedly no wan fa ma obetia wona so but we dey consistently na me feel say e bia eto da ye rate me fi. Obon say waka say criminal enterprise akoso no. Always a judge be tia na so but we repeatedly as intention what said that it said wa wo bi sika back no asa wo ni biem no asa wo na mensa court no hwe wo actions na wo ye na otimu sa wo boa papa intention no wo ho na ade yes
that is where the all kind of say ade na see oje ne ho anje
et wo hwe ne kasa mu da bia na se ya na wo kan I quite remember say na me gina ba bia ni court na no na me kan sem bi me use allegedly me bedru ba bi me kasa no me real film ho na me say that criminal transaction which took place and why my lord no do machine was a cancel. You see, it is being alleged, so allegedly you've forgotten of your. Now, when I'm saying thank you, I want to down my lord, as I'm truly grateful. And because I'm take cue from the bench not to me funti allegedly. That is what I'm saying, sir. Dr. Samson, Dr. Ayini, I was told to me who said
Dominic Ayini.
Dr. Dominic Ayini. I was told to me who said it is being alleged, and near my information when you're is based on Ora report on the buy. Oman Kasta, Deputy Attorney General, Dr. Sremsai. Asan Babe can say, Ora no a report on the Mamma Russia, be some of the Enyano. It is said, Asam Nabadia now when you saw evidence net bar. What is proof? Proof is what? Preponderance of what? Evidence. Proof is preponderance of evidence. And the evidence, no, how the call say the mudro city and any friends will prove case because it is a court of law and court of evidence. And that proof was defined in the case of Major Labi versus Labi. Our court next say Major Labi versus Labi. No, see proof is a preponderance of evidence. And the evidence no mudro how the call next will prove case. And yet mere averment, the other one waka. Mere averment how they can and for proof. So the point is if so will prove Fanny Pano continue about Bontina Obeka Sachre Ghana for no. Nanko be one Ghana for see amenya nyina so kese a me pesa me dia asem no court ba obi anya abotre mame court ne bebua fi so no so wo ho kwan se ofa ne lawyer na ofa language oti ase eno na law me ye friend Miranda right. That Miranda right no what is that right na ma accused person no and now suspect no because suspect ni nipa na watching about unya mfa ne court no unya de ni kodru court a be accused person what I say better one court can say so ye criminal person now what di kan be can say ye criminal person e dey ti na court o say a criminal case be nipa na de ne ko ne yen ka so ye criminal person what I say yen kan just say nipa no ye shameless person to say do use ye no yen ka say nipa no omo ye criminals and ye do omo ko yen ka say nipa if you look at the west then ka say nipa na owi ade no stolen item allegedly ye fa ne say nipa no da wi a afi na wo court now the evidence no overwhelming evidence akọ na no proof now they can prove beyond reasonable doubt and reasonable doubt no the law requires about 97% or almost 97% before answer no waka say enipa no or you be a odi for when to me improve na lawyer no on the defense side is able to raise a single doubt in that proof now that single doubt it will inure what it will inure to the benefit of what of the accused person and now the suspect now
but lawyer what it seeks to achieve and I say what gene say to say buffer stocks EU na oh yeah what to die say waha why Japadie say waha utuane ne yire ejime 5,000 na ohwe and then come wa is that not what he seeks to achieve?
Yes, that is what he's seeking to achieve. Me know yeah, I've been 100%. Obi because I agree with you in total, completely. One, the American say, Osha Article 296 what they kind of say, or prejudice matter no. And when you prejudice that matter,
if I'm not mistaken, let me say, see you look about it says how they
also say, why stock no, also say, unisika bia, uniesika bia. It was who prejudice the mind of the public, now prejudice the court now. A bit me influence the court now. That means that one you fair to the accused person. And I was say fair trial. And I'm
okay, to me influence.
And I'm a say Article 19.2c no. At the end of 19.2c neka. 19.2c say a person is presumed to be innocent until proven otherwise. Presumption of what? Innocent. And presumption of innocence. Or say, let me read Article 19.2c and or say, a person charged with a criminal offense shall be given a fair hearing within a reasonable time by a court. B, be presumed to be innocent until he is proved or has pleaded guilty. Until said one who pleaded guilty simplicity. Article 19.2c or say, a person charged with a criminal offense shall be given a fair hearing within a reasonable time by a court. Obia, ya de sobobia bono say waye boni bi no. Say nipa na yemfa pepepe yenye no. Na pepepe yenye no nso no. Ebi ni say ye be man emre semu amena yina no. Na emre semu no so oba si ni na oba ka chen say yenyi ntum say enipa no oyobi a oni for until say ono ankasa akokoto akoka say odi for. Guilty simplicity before ansana what do it say what the can be one for prejudice the mind of the court. And so when you seek to prejudice the mind or prejudice the man of the court, it means that what my court nankasa etimi hu say nipa no ready for that dance na what the neko. And when it and only principle na ratio na e wo Benjilo Bunsu alias Benjilo versus the Republic, a court can say, Okasa statement, a prejudicial statement. Okasa statement, what prejudices the mind of the court. Okasa statement, what you accuse person in nothing. Because accused person, I feel no ube winning na so why anti me and cancer and papa be and fan or bear submission of no case. Then post out to me cancer and papa be fan or no sube to me opinion defense. None your case were quite so. The accused person no a bra complaint and a prosecution can case in a way no. May a submission of no case court na nyantum. Or say you will be because so met me establish be a tia mini panel. A bra you open your defense near the dance in Abetu Jano. Court no or acquitting discharge me nipa say on baby. Bone na dey ato no so we are fridges. No we are condition in any man. Enyo no a ono kra hwa no wada obi na fa kire oni ho. Tu kwan no bi fa kire no obi be bọ na bra kro no ni bi akoso am ya report ama. Enso na yede na tuma am wada mu ama na ho nyina gunsa. Akopem say mitimi twitwaje ne man ko na nipa ne firi kofo dua ho baby. So you see the point. Enti ho no court na yede eja no. Eno ne presumption of innocence na meka. But where the body language of Attorney General. The body language ne kra che say utimi say nipa we de makuna wie kra. But we buffer stock no ka baby kakra bi kra na mekan. O say sa entire contract no transaction ni nyina no na ye $76 million. Sa contractual sum no. Okay. $76 million. Ne press conference and the release now the buy. Owie no say and so omu coach I say na $176 million. Omu wie na omu e de ekotua no omu tua in excess eba 178 or here invoice no say $178 million. Owie na afi wasan kokofwe no na wase unu say sika so omu tua in excess which is 2 point something to $200 and something million. That means that we say receipt no invoice ni receipt no now share sa 176 na sa be 178 na sika no ebroso nti e chese abroso fine me ba o ebroso a me no ya adwene wo je Ghana sika ama no ya bosa ama Attorney General wa ya de no de me ne ya adwene so oje obi sika ama na abroso a sika abroso a e wo say wo sub charge ni pa na say o ma na refund yeni ya na parliament yetua sika bi ma MP fo bi aye mama yare ganom ne ade e ho ne ya describe so o ma wies kana na e stealing. Yankate stealing. What is stealing? Ingredients of stealing. I was so because we are prosecutor could prove the ingredients of what stealing. And one of the ingredients of stealing is appropriation. What appropriate? Another ingredient here, you appropriate what does not belong to you. Okay. And adiano does not belong to you. And what they are. And what appropriate? What the force are appropriate? Wafa. And we are without the consent of the owner. Without the consent of owner. It every ingredients ye benyam yensani nyina na chese nipa no wawia. 81 wa appropriate wa fa de no the force na the fire na ya wona ukotua sika no wona ne kwa agreement transaction wa tua sika de amana na aboroso. Etu tua sika na the force na kofa sika no. Enye ono ana ba ho be fire. Ana 3 ade ne nyane dia ana ode wakwa akofa. Ade no ono ne kofa ya na ase wona utua ma no. Ana the third ingredients ne say without your consent ebra wo be fa no wa mo amane. We so dia wona adi sika na koma no ntu kura no wabona mane se me de okanti mi tua usika ama ana sika na kobroso na se sika na kobroso a na chese ma bokro no ana one of the ingredients ni it is ingredients o gina wana approve a obetima approve baby kakra bi na maka yo menkan ni nyina nsi into I stand to be corrected say bia mentimi enkan ni nyina nkosi but portion kakra mekan no eno ye na argument baako into we we say you stolen money it is stolen now what they can one ka say allegedly stolen. But what you so stolen na diamano. E wanna make a chira say woka sa asem na esan against the Legal Profession Act and Etiquette, which is Rule 61 of lawyers mra e boy ho ba we lawyer ni. E ho no kra yitimi frɛ wo General Legal Council e twenwaso. So the lexicon, the language and everything that we use to shameless people, the criminals, the shenanigans, one just say all the words used by the Attorney General. E just say on one mra na diama ya diama no obu afo. And when you do that now, it sins against the very constitution all of us are worshipping. Because the provision in the constitution, we all are servants of the rules. And we need to worship the rules.
I'm enjoying myself, quite getting interested. But lawyer, Evans Osebunsu, ye land, ye cases P. But who a year justice side, sa fly omo ye bia, what can say, buying public land at a ridiculously low price, no, and yet necessarily a crime. Me de lawyer be ra a hodum. Na me kai kweku aza post be or there to the Facebook wall. Or say, they say buying public land at a ridiculously low price is not necessarily a crime. With a year invented the United States. That's how powerful that's how the powerful baptize theft and call it policy. Or say, let's strip the lie bare. When you take land worth $1 million and pay $10,000, you haven't made a smart deal. You've stolen the difference. Or any opinion, simple. We all know when government overpays, it's looting. That's why the AG flagged the DRIP program. Oh, am I mentioning it here? Okay. Also, that's why the AG flagged the DRIP program. Invoices showed government paid $84,000 for equipment that cost $40,000. It continues. That's willfully causing financial loss to the state. If overpaying is a crime, underpaying for public land should be too. It's the same fraud, just wearing different shoes. In our families, if the Ebusua Penning sold a family land worth 5 million cedis to his friend for 100,000 cedis, he would be disgraced, characterized as Opeyintoto, castrated and banned from future family meetings. We will seek help through the state civil system to negate the transaction. So it goes on and on and on. Mean to mean komunyina. But then, and the lawyer Evans Oseibo Swaha Yeberem Yaton Abaya Sase Obiaton Anasa Watono the Obihun say a fufulele. And no a chrono. I was a justice stream side again about for extra dream. Sa Casey Yakuta Abaya Sase Abia Odono. A boy told because ye babe to aba nas oral we buy near we assassin be we are told for lele ya say sa and comono as lawyer dear utadi assassin and as udi assassin case no sa aban assassin obi kotodo for lela. Justice Stram side be say why he attributed to him say or say it's not necessarily a crime.
Yeah,
what did they
me that's many Justice Stram side I agree 100%. I agree in total with Justice
public land.
Public lands. Mm-hmm. You see, when it comes to buying and selling, a contractual agreement. So buying and selling a contractual agreement. And so contractual agreement, our right to enter into the contract and our right to also repudiate into the contract. So every contract, there are cardinal principles to be our set contract unya. One of the cardinal principles of the law of contract is freedom of contract. And you have freedom to enter into the contract. And another principle also say the sanctity of contract. And the sanctity of contract, the contract and they will say within any. And our right to repudiate from the contract, we be free contract and any freedom of contract. To be enter into contract to be enforced. And contractual agreement, there must be clear terms. Terms, offer and acceptance. And this may the offer never. Now offer may communicate it to you in a clear term. Now we acknowledge and now we accept that offer now. Now your contract. Not just one. Then amount involved I pay. It is a me we are committed criminal offense. Me the buyer and the purchase the purchaser and the seller. Me committee offense because the point is that me were right to say bona de mama no me bageni and any freedom no me were right to say bona de mama ne board ya me free bonum aka say me mpa de ne biom e dey say me wo masase na me ton ana me papa de asase ama anuanu nyina na yesi enton ne value e be 10 billion e wo bi a me mfa ne say tech na say what 10 billion na say yesi me nton obi anso ama me bo a ye nton no although yaton ade no 10 billion and a war area ho but me fi say ehia sika e kontem na me de akwaje 7 billion na enfom so be na maye abrama ama me eboa ye deje and this opposite state lands yaton no bo say dia so hye say ya hye ato was Ghana state lands no yaton no $10 million na $10 million na ban bi abeba abeton no below $10 million bia no asotwe say ne dem answer
na offense ba mo make sa you know so say ade no wato no fofo lele say dey bi obi ba say we almost the omo ani
me ba ho you see first of all meba sa fofo le no ebra na lawyer Kwaku Azan etro na you know emotions any ade but he was not speaking law I'm telling you enya mara na no work but he was speaking about emotions any ade a officer Ghana ye bo Ghana kanti ma me nkyere ma adwene very good so wo yes ade na adwene Ghana ho but emra na yakoye ana me kire say ade be bone na ye ka se nipa ye bone when do we say a crime has been committed crime ye de a forbidden act into act na was say was start to be a ya churo wo mu esa ade we ye bone a u breach sa statute na so there must be a statute in force and the breach thereof no u breach sa offense na it goes with the penal consequences of the law so onyenya ntro sa ade bi ye bone na yese aban asase yenya ntwabo nto so se ebo betima ko islegon obi anim se ye de be a plot ye ton billions of dollars and ye ton wo islegon but enipa no oton ade no oya aban no se me ebo se na me de beje na me de amawa eno no onya de ye advertisement no obi agitum na advert no ye na bia obi a price obetima to bi na ye nyina ye na afi at the end of the day me na menya bede no na ye de ama me na makwa akoto a eno no a contract, sanctity of contract, freedom of contract, and ama enter. Ana sanctity of contract be as we say within ni. Name adia ubetimi aye say. Se wo pese wo charging under causing financial loss to the state. I was say we say one. Sa wo cause financial loss to the state no one. Na a border sa is legon bo no so say a bo say ne de je. So accused person ni pefe say is legon plot a bo no say na abanya yese ye ton no because as it stands now ye de ani na ka say islegon bo e say but obi anya mra say islegon plot ye ton ni say
ye de na ebu
ye de na ebu
what de asase bu
ye atesem here say
da wakoto asase be e bia be 30,000 wo islegon e bia ho so ye dim asase de bo e wo soro pa
me fon bra bia ye offer na aban de ama me ebetuma ba say aban no kura hwa sa islegon ho kura no ba bia nipa bi tete ho ye ne tan na akiri opeso sansesan ho kura to oton fofofo e offer no de ama enye crime so the point is the offense must be defined offense na also define it and the penalty for it must be prescribed in our written law my area de keto bi wo article 1911
19 bacho no to na de iti na e bia be de tutu say bia say obi akwa akotokro no adi na e bia phone a wodi bi say phone no ye to do be 1,500 cedis now koto do be 100 cedis obi bi to make say na wo hwe phone we pa de bo de say
that's it and what call the another offense for fraud what is dishonestly receiving another dishonestly into dishonestly receiver no and no kire say one there must be one son be charge obi say dishonestly receiver no let's say there must be a crime I say boni bi asi na boni no so no there must be a stolen item obi awia obi ade ena ode ade ne ba ma wo ato enti ode ade ne ba ma wato no ono wa awokoto ade no wa wunim pefe se ensuo we ne boy 20,000 ana wa ba ya ensuo no koto no 1 cedi enti e so hunu se ade ne ye kro no ade ba aban de aban ne own the land e wo bia islegon ana ye ne dia ana ono ase sa islegon den ya mi oni e bo sei na me pese me deje ena me ton it is aban si islegon dan ebo say no person odeje no woton a eno na ban ko wi a obi ade and wo beton am obi but the property belongs to what a government no and a government no yamani to me ese ohodu office no in the interest of the good people of Ghana for na di to me amano and okura office ni ma Ghana eti wono ekura Ghana de na Ghana for di to me amano se onton a yeni ha ana ensanwa mu canary yeton Rollins penso yeton de man na akona du agema Rollins mo eye ne di to me de man no may her so rest in perfect peace baby a wawu akoda bi nyame mo no kra ho ban yeton de man na akona du agema Rollins eno no ye ba ye no aban no munipa omoton ye no ne ye charge no causing financial loss to the state okay what you say o cause financial loss to the state but enye na kuna du na ade na pote na wakwa akoto no ana wo ka kire nsa na emom ebia ekwan a wo fa so de toma no na enya wo ye nu kune na wo fa so obi anim ho hwe na ade kune na ade kokukura de na ade ma no but say East Legon plot no ye advertisement ye now so see to East Legon almost pass it through the due process ana offer an acceptance nipa na accept ye ana oto no boa freedom and sanctity of contract me Dr. Srim sai e ya adwene say sa no ntimi in charge ne say wa commit any criminal offense nemum bia ye define say East Legon plot ebo ne ye sei ababia wo ba ye 1 million Ghana cedis ana 1 million Ghana cedis no aban ba ye no 1 ton is ana ono ankasa de ne pe akoton no fofofo e de ama obi dia then the ingredients of causing financial loss to the state no na e ba be ye adwuma. One, was it a financial loss? Yes, if the answer is yes. Did the financial loss, was it cost to the state? Yes, state na lose. What was the actual price? And I was here 1 million Ghana cedis. Did the accused person know? No, him say 1 million cedis. Yes. And he intentionally did that and sold it what? 500 Ghana cedis. Answer is yes. No, him say 1 million over ton 500. Answer is yes. Afi no, now when him say there na wo ye no, o use no office no na dia yes abone no. If the answer is yes there. And pass you ko wie no, e ba so ma Ghana boka $500 million. Answer $1 million na ye pe no. And if the answer is yes there, and then what cause financial loss to the state. We using the office na cause financial loss to the state. Next aban so oton East Legon dan. Next East Legon dan no obi afi se na adwene mu de nka ye 1 billion. Na aban de abetu jasa me ton ba me se me ton no 500. Obi tumi koto car na ya Land Cruiser. Obo se ebi a Gito ka ba ko me feeling China for ka bi na aba no. Me ka so hwe anyem ewom ni senses ewom a. Na okoto ni Gito. Ana wode Gito na ba. Ana osi sa Gito we mi anam to ma ade. Wanko wiu. Ana osi Gito we kra na nka ye 5 billion ba me de 3 billion. Ujusu emu na unu say ya mpa no ane dia. No wato ama me 3 billion na me were freedom to enter into that contract. Emra ma me ko say metimi enter. Wode ma me bo no me mpa metimi repudiate. You can repudiate for a contract. Metimi freedom. But what ama me 3 billion na mato awia obeka chem say a criminal offense kwa ku azanti emfa me court. Enye you see o. Enu nti na ye mra no. Se opesa wo ya wo se wo sakra mranim. Na wo ye ni yie se bebo Ghana fo agapade ho ban. Adeti no moto East Legon plot no ma meto ama me lawyer say bonsu say. Lawyer say bonsu ko fa say sika na fabra. Ye mfa ma me. What ya say ye to ma wo man ka say ye cronies. What ya say ye de ma wo. Na wo de ma no no wo de e ma no no. Wo na de tumi na ma aban ne say on ton ma no. Aban ni bia hunu bi wo NDC. Ye ni ya na owura College Dauda. Ye de segleme. E ma no na segleme won si da no no. Wo so what ye ni ya na atene general no enter no le prosecutor. Ye ni ya na Dr. Opuni atene general be enter no le prosecutor. Ye ni ya na Kwabena Dofo atene general abase watua 40% wa enter plea bargaining. Adeti na untumi de so ope plea bargaining o ka kire nse on de on court. One article 2961 American fair and candid.
But and akra me who say we the audio do be fair but who say the lawyer kra ka so mo enye so mo plea bargaining bia.
One you see the point na plea bargaining kwa ye no court. E dey to ono kwa na atene general wa ba ofiti prekope mo bi be plea bargaining. Opa can plea bargaining law no. Asem no work court I do work court. Asem no work court I do work court. Na wo dia wa ma lawyers de asade na de adesre de na besre court no. Na court no de copy akoma atene general na ansa na court na refer ma mako sa plea bargaining no. On de oba ya o se unipa kro bra me hia wo me office. Ada say u ba betua sika na ma me na me mfa wo court. Eti ya hunu na de hunu na omusuru efiti prekope na omukotua de ma ono. E bia me eye ese se Ghana nya sika ne de ye Ghana mputu djuma ene de me ne ya adwene. Na mo me nya sa hunu na de be hunu na me ama kofa sa sika ne de abrewo. Se me fi se me nya boni bia. Me lawyer Evans Osebo nso me mfa ma wo. What I say? Yeah. Because enya wo dia a me mfa ma wo. It is office nipa bi enya japade bi na wanya e bi kura no wo godo ni fie na opone ye ni ha ana owura Sam George e bi na no kan say ono de yede kura na ton aduane mani di ena watch say na wakoto. So ho ye ni ha ana okuja to no say o ma yede no mu fie na wo ho anwa East Legon. Enso na nya o mu afie. So the point is sankrofo no a omo kan na omo bo bi achi no e de na omo ankasa so de ye omo ho ne omo nkrofo. What I say? He who seeks equity must do equity, and he who comes to equity must also come with clean hands. So on 2% the pepe ya fa pepe ye di kan. Enti the point I make can say sa asem na owura ayini e kan nyina na eye sa obeje Ghana ska mom eye so se so obi adi Ghana ska ye be chinye nyina ye de bi atua nkwala no free SHS yetimi manipa ba ko bi nso asika ko amfa nkogu ne fie yetimi ma ba bi nso asika amfa nkogu ne fie but the other be NDC no fa bi MPP the same thing and o ma di sika no so dia amomuntua na nso mu ni ya onya court na wadi kan pronounce say enipa ne ye guilty because dia wo ye ni nyina etia oman no the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And where an enactment has prescribed a procedure, that procedure ought to be followed. By virtue of Article 296, by virtue of Article 125 Clause 3, by virtue of what? Rule 61 of the Legal Profession Act and Etiquette, by virtue of what? Article 1 Clause 2, by virtue of Article 19(2)(c, all these provisions in are clear. As a war, Attorney General, and by principles established in the case of Obonsu, alias Benjilo versus the Republic, who need right to pronounce somebody guilty, who need right, so the country will be said, or a criminal, who need right to so be a stolen item. Allegedly, I also use the word allegedly.
Okay.
And some now can in an etia mine and ranonimu de intercessor or the from those languages now using.
All right, lawyer Evans Osei Bonsu, Medanase, na me shane bia yabana yaberapo apakabe beye few minutes pena ye sorry jumedie so na for the records and me was a lawyer Andy Apia Kubi was still paying say Attorney General bekan say want me play bargaining, but one Attorney General enko a year play bargaining who ends nkomobia omundi nkomobia sa omu enter into a year play bargaining. No more train a year Attorney General no steps will be taken legal and you'll be taken and so almost one strategy omu be rem going forward into plea bargaining no and say will be added my but na lawyer bosso plea bargaining no me who says that say na ibi so lambe state so because so ko plea bargaining ibi si there be Attorney General yes had ye kan no bi ko yes ka bi yes plea bargaining odo so be yi na no say there be edu ba a odo opiska anase sika do nipa do so obe refund dia sa na obe kodo ntia no so ho komo kakra ebai chese plea bargaining no so I something else but for the records a year chairman wound to me and yes or call into plea bargaining senior the lawyer ekan no omo going forward no and omo share the Attorney General ebeye no na omo so de omo ho ere but lawyer just a minute or two on plea bargaining omo argue say there be a plea bargaining say be we am dey ba no and what to say in law plea bargaining
no act na ya pass in 2022 act 2022 and ya pass ya na act 1079 into act 1079 ana ya the purpose of plea bargaining in a process where an accused person negotiates a deal to plead guilty to a lesser charge into obey pleading guilty to a lesser charge because of he say bia ade bi mfom so kakra ba into a person pleading na instead senka asotwen bi wo ha de be ma na asotwen ye keto abi ana bibia tesa a lesser charge for a reduced sentence and answer in exchange for giving up their right to a full trial bia obi wo ha o de asam to no so on pese e be ko full trial ntina o de abantigana na pass law no the process ni nyina emu to reduce judicial burden by speeding up cases and can also help with asset recovery nti ebasa na itimi menya asset recovery na ebasa enema bi wo no ma onipa ne de abanti plea bargaining no enye bibia na chese nipa na di for but onipa bi wo ha bia ompe how moment abeka chensa de we abedi no ebi kura genuinely no dinya but office me de oma de ebremu a eye ne na ode wa de ebro nti speed up court cases trial na aside they recover assets and allowing the accused person to also provide information on others involved in a crime into information bi ono so betimi aka access any power we nti no nyina de omo ye ne say oya negotiation nti accused person no on prosecutor ne bedi kan a negotiate na oma adwendwene ho and na accused person agreed to plead guilty to a lesser charge bibi etesa na ode akoto aban nem ti benefit accused person it minya say linear sentence e basa emaniema kofom asotwe bi kra ye keto abi ne de ma na reduce ne charge na Ashanti benefit Emma state ni so benefit Emma state ni timinya ne ne
ma na bi bonachi say the mawia me de ba de Emma ono so e de ebufu kakra ebe yi ano
emra no ma no kwan ese obi pese ode ba obetimi de aba ene de emra no ma atene general no ekwan say sa plea bargaining no so obi pese enter into plea bargaining na obetimi na enter aha ama say nipa ne de aba SPD process ma court na lesson bed na da court
national service there na
ensema wa court no so edoso enti ni nyina ya ade a etimi boa that me point ni say so obi aba o ha mo enter plea bargaining amana adeti na senka obi mpo aba na ye wuntumi aba na ye nokra anka adeti na ade betu dwaso no de onko court what I say and plea bargaining no so kra no eto da asem no wo court na ansa na wo show intention na kire court say o pesa we enter plea bargaining ansa na ne attorney general na koshia ama ma negotiate ansa a lawyer for ye ni nyina bi
anti kala je so won say bibi sa ko so kra na
okay be ya aka you be inform court na ansa anti at what point no mo ba for plea bargaining and be office atete ni ne ma de me fa momentimi enti wona ya aban o say chinchina de we ma fa na me fa koraje ye we binum timi yesa so the point is anya boninka Ghana betimi a recover ne access ene ni bibia but the point I'm making ne say oh yeah ye fair to everyone never pepe ne ye obia na de wafa no so de beba na de aba de office on pe ha de beba na ye Ghana na ageni but my point na me pese me making say ebre bia no ekoba se obi kura person enter plea bargaining na over out and 10 no aba beka as to say what you see one tia see office wo charge afa nipa no kokogina court sana mimi hu no Mate ase
meda se papa lawyer ye be sorry enti meda lawyers for sa explanation no said ye watch bu no eno no ba bi si sudia a lawyer and their peer could be a lawyer for chairman want to be also obni attorney general enkoye plea deal bia na e premature say attorney general ebaba be cancer na case the enyandu be bia plea deal bi ebebe nti afa no omo eko omo anim nti eye chairman want to be lawyer and the appear could be so edia ode aba attorney general ya do atobu ase kakra atobu ase
enana me wo TV station Bisika FM omo NDC for nyina de te wasa tama wontumi akọ plea bargain etimi nsa wabokro no ana waye ne mabona you see the point and na make us a prejudice the mind of the public eba sa na chese oni nipa no amfa fairness na anya adwuma de constitution na kan enta ona me chese atene general no ema onhwe ne lexicon ne language no a wo use ni ye and the forum or the kasa sadie no because it doesn't speak well of him as an attorney general because a basa na also show ade bi emu odu e de kire o man say e bi atobo yegu so nsem bi kura ekoso e wa kire nti munya abotre ma appropriate time me de baba beto o man nanim e ho nko na otosini na emomo obi adi sika na akwaje free no ha bade hwan na empe Ghana na gani at the end of the day
mate enti din say I didn't say it. Now, Endra accountability series, no more caucus as I'm such about would to be making several offers. Say now, why and lawyer and the appear could be as your money or plea deal. Yeah. So, wherein lies the attorney general, Eka, said the lawyer, Eka, that just NDC for the year, you know, why bonny. Meanwhile, yes, I also that due to a year, the so called illegal mining. So, as the